Beans talks a lot because I'm not a talker. I'm more of a doer.
My name is Justin. I play drums for Revision Revised. Everybody just calls me Beans for the most part. And then about the band. So we are a metalcore band from Southern Ohio. I'm trying to think what else. Very heavily influenced by like hard rock and things like that. So it's like a metalcore infused hard rock band essentially is what the kind of sound kind of goes with.
Band started in 2012. I started it. It's pretty much based off my vision of the name means a new idea, reimagined. So pretty much like we're just trying to do our own thing. Like it's still mainstream, but we're doing it our own way. So that's where the hard rock influence comes from because that's the genre that I really like. But we're trying to do it our own way. So it's a new idea. We're very theatrical. We use like stage actors, pyro, light shows. Very star steady, I guess. Contractual 3, but there's like 7 of us on stage. We make it fit. It really depends because like if the stage is smaller, we can play down to 4. But like if the stage is bigger, then we'll bring all of our stuff and play as much as we can. Like do it as big as we can.
Once you see the venue, then you on the fly figure it out.
Yeah,
essentially.
It's all in the trailer. It's all in the trailer. Like the stage actors and stuff. It's all queer. It's all like we are very choreographed in our ears. So like there's parts that we'll move off stage so the actors can come on. That way we're not bumping into each other. We just did a music video Saturday that will come out early next year, and it'll do like a release with like an entire EP and stuff. We all die.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I like this.
It's chaotic.
It's
like very quickly in a music video.
Yeah, we pulled Beans out of a window.
Started as just my own side thing, just because I like to design stuff and I wanted to make money off my skills that I like, skill set that I do have. So it started there, and then one band approached me and asked me if I have ever thought about like hosting the band's merch stores and stuff like that, and I was like, no, not at all. They said they wanted to be one of the first people, so I was like, yeah, we'll go for it. So Sever the Crown was the first band out of Michigan I started working with, and then from there, word just started spreading. A bunch of other bands needing merch, and it's pretty much like drop shipping, except for it's a lot less costly for the band. So like they make more money. So for instance, like if they sell a shirt for $25 on my store, I only take out the production cost of like $10 to $12, and then the other $12 or $13 gets passed on onto the artist and stuff like that. So it kind of went from that, and now of course trying to keep everything as cheap as possible in-house. We do all of our band's merch through that as well. So we just print and stock everything ourselves. So that way there's no third-party companies, anything like that. It's just all all done in-house. So if Cody decides he wants to whip up a new design, he can whip one up, send it to me, say print this, and I'll print it. And there's a new design already. With our own band merch, we're doing it ourselves. We don't have to pay all those extra fees. It's just very little overhead charge for us. And, we keep all the profit, of course, for the band. So it just goes right back into it. Yeah, so we print everything ourselves.
Yeah, everything that RR is doing is pretty much, it's all done in-house. Even before Bean started doing his clothing thing, I did all of our merch. I was a screen printing shop owner, but like I'd never want to get back into that. He can have that. Like it's the worst thing in the world.
It is very time consuming, yes.
So now I own a venue that I'm sitting in right now. But yeah, like there is our small music venue that I'm sitting in the sound booth. We pretty much try to do everything in-house because where we come from is a very, very poor part of the United States. And the more we can do for ourselves, the more we are able to put out, because like we're from like the second poorest part in the country. Like we struggling, but we learned it ourselves to try to push us more. And it kind of keeps you above, like it keeps you ahead of everyone, because like a band will have to go through and get like 10 merch designs and then print them. And that's going to be thousands of dollars. And we can just do it like that. It's hard to compete with like a merch, like the way we run merch, because like we can have like 50 designs out in a day and we just can make them that fast. So it is a great tool to learn, and I would tell everyone to learn it, because if you're going to try to make it music, you're just a fancy t-shirt salesman.
Yeah, doing it online, you could just of course sell once you get to 50 to turn off the actual item itself. That way exactly what size those people are ordering. But if you're gonna stock them in person, I know Cody knows as well. You like I think smalls sell, but not a lot. I mean, it's usually like what large and XL are the ones that sell the most.
Well, in our part of the country,
Yeah.
it's large and XL. Like,
Also, too, like say for instance, me, if there's a super awesome shirt that I want, I'll wear a medium. I can't like, for instance, a small is too small, so I'll just buy a large if they're at a mediums. So like people usually buy at least one size up just to get the
yeah, they'll
shirt.
go up.
That's a good
Can't go
thing.
down. You can always go up. You can't go down.
Well, that's what because Cody actually did that with Grow Fest because he started his own music festival just because he wanted to, and then did that for a few years. So like yeah,
Till,
pretty much
till
everything
the
we've done
churches
everything.
shut me down. Got shut down by the
Yeah.
churches.
Yeah.
It wasn't family friendly and religious enough. They
And
actually said that we worship Satan and that we
Yeah.
were sacrificing animals. And I outdrew their population. So you hear me, Colgrave, Ohio? Get out of here. Stupid. But
Yeah,
we're about 2 hours south from Columbus, so we're the very tip of Ohio, and it is like the most Bible Belt part of Ohio. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Wrong Turn's where Beans lives. He lives in Wrong
yeah.
Turn.
Yeah. I live in West Virginia.
He is a West Virginia. Yeah, like where we live, I can be in Kentucky in 5 minutes, West Virginia in 10 minutes.
We've got, I know we're booked on one festival that we know of that they're not announcing until later on in 25. And then I think we've got one tour planned with Burn Absolute that we're helping on that. And then there's another tour that is in the works currently. We're trying to get completely filled out and booked as well. And I think that one would be in May, I believe.
July. I need to
July.
start on that.
Yeah, because he's the one, Robbie. He works and gets. He's our booking agent with Olympus Talent Agency. So he's the one that's going to be booking all those runs and stuff like that, and getting us that situated. And then outside of that, me and Cody just work on getting some shows booked. I know we've got one in I think January 4th, I believe.
Yeah, there's one in January. It's in Lexington. We rarely play down here unless it's like something I put on. We would rather drive an hour for a better market. Like we pretty much live in the country, so we just drive wherever. Like
At least
any
you're
place in
smart about
Ohio,
it.
it's under 4 hours. I consider that local. I've drove my entire life. Like 4 hours is a pretty easy drive.
That's I know one of the talent buyers or whatever at the Whiskey A Go Go in West Hollywood. They reached out to me last week and asked if we'd be interested in playing at the Whiskey A Go Go, which would be phenomenal. But trying to get all of us from Ohio to California is going to be impossible. So like,
God.
we don't know if that's going to be able to happen or not.
Yeah. Oh, if we route a tour around it, it's possible.
Shows going up to
Mhm.
California.
And then come back because I think it's 32 hours from where we are. I'll admit that 32 hours is long. I used to drive 14 hours every night, so like that one's okay, but like 32, no, like I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah.
Ohio people are always like drive. That is the Ohio thing. We're like we'll drive. Yeah, there's a lot of people. A lot of people lose their drive really fast.
Yeah.
Since I started this band, I say we've had about 40 members. 40 people has played. I wouldn't call them members, but have played live shows. Dedication and money thing. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to be in a band and be famous and be so cool. I'm like, bro, it's a job. Like it's not be famous, be cool. Like it's work your ass off and maybe get something cool. A lot of people don't like that. They don't like the work for it. I think it should be just handed to them. And it shouldn't. It shouldn't. It takes work. I'd say within our gear, we're probably running about 30 grand worth of gear in this garage that we use. Like it's a lot of money. It's a lot of work. I'm 33. I don't look it, but I am. I've dedicated like pretty much my entire adult life to like get somewhere. Yeah, we've made the radio a few times. Got to play Rockville, but I mean, I'm still not happy. I need more. Like it's something you can't step away from once you have that dedication to. And a lot of people just don't realize that. They don't get deep into it and realize it's a lot of work. But when you get the stuff that like I don't know, play in front of 7,000 people at a festival in the middle of Daytona Speedway, like 99.9% of the world's never going to get to experience that in their life. And I think that's what makes music so cool is because you get to experience that no one else will. Even if you're not Metallica, even if you're not huge, it's still stuff that no one else will get to experience in their life. you never know what's going to happen. That's the beauty of it. I think I don't know. Like I'm a very private person, and that's why Justin does a lot of our talking. But like I'm always down to do an interview or like try to tell people like what we've done or like who we are. I think I would always be that way because I think that's like the beauty of it. Even if we did eventually get big, I would definitely not like post on social media every day. If we got big enough to not have to post on social media, I'm gone. Facebook is deleted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is gone. I like talking to people that have the same interests. And I think social media don't really give you that. Like, if I'm posting about like a metal song, I don't want to see like 50 Jesus posts in a row. Like, that's not going to help what I'm trying to do. They already think that I worship Satan. That's all I see, fighting. And I'm like, I hate. And that's like my problem is like a person is like, I'm not political. I hate politics. I'm not like a part of like any group. I'm like dead center. Like, I'm just like, please stop fighting. Like, this is bad for everybody. I voted for myself for president. Now I vote for like the local people because like where I'm a promoter too, and like I need people that ain't going to be beating the Bible in there. So I do vote in those. But like for the president, I voted for myself the past 3 years or the past 3 elections. If I was like famous and rich, like you better watch out, DWP. I'm coming for you. My little 1,200 festival. Yeah, I'm gonna grow that to 120,000. Or still do.
And they're all neon.
We still make good merch. Well, it's really expensive to get printed. That's why they stopped. So if you're looking at a 3-color or like if you're looking at like a 1-color T-shirt at the band merch, like you could say they got maybe 100 in them for about 400. But if you're looking at like those neon merch, you're looking at like 100 of those for like $2,000.